it's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. I'm joined by the lovely OJ. OJ, what's up, man? How you doing?
Nothing good. Wait,
Yeah, nothing good.
Nothing bad. Nothing bad. I'm doing good.
Dude, he's like Clan Wars 2, nothing good. That's for sure.
Oh my goodness. I had two sentences merged into one.
Perfect opening for a video. Dude, thanks for joining me on very short notice. We didn't have like much of a heads up here as content creators to react to this. And I saw actually some comments on the TV Royale that were like, I can't wait to see CW and OJ react to this. And I'm like, well, let's make that happen right now. So
okay.
Yeah, let's kind of go through this and react to Clan War 2, try to make sense, kind of read between the lines here at what Drew is saying. First off, like, I don't know where you are at this with the OJ, but I love the fact that they do these little Q&As. I wish they would do more of these. I think regardless of whether we agree or disagree or like or dislike everything that they say, which will certainly be the case, I think this communication is fantastic. So I just want to start on a positive note and say that, you know, more of this stuff, please, Supercell. So let's watch, let's kind of take it question by question here, OJ. Let's watch the first question. How does matchmaking work in Clan Wars 2? Let's go.
Okay. So how does matchmaking work in Clan Wars 2? To put it very simply, each clan will have clan trophies. Clan trophies determines what clan league you are in, and then you'll be matched against other people in the same league as you. If you're in Bronze League 1, you will not be matched against anyone in Bronze League 2. At the beginning of a Clan War season, you are matched with 4 other clans. So that means there will be 5 clans in total in a river race. With the boat battles, you will be boat battling against the same 5 clans. This does not mean that your battles and river tasks will be against those clans, because then matchmaking would be a nightmare. You'd all have to be online at the same time. So you'll be matched against players that are in the same league as you.
Okay, so that's how matchmaking works. Any big surprises there, OJ?
It sounds very similar to Clan Wars 1, where you still have the same leagues and everything.
It does. And it feels like the question is, how does matchmaking work? I'm going to be like a little critical here, but the question is like, how does matchmaking work? But I don't think that's exactly what we wanted to hear, you know? We get to that a little bit more, you know, later on in the Q&A. But essentially what it's going to be is PvE, you're against the same clans, right? On your little river race or whatever it is. And then PvP or all the other game modes, you're just against everybody in your league. Do you think that's a wise way to do matchmaking? I think they have to do it that way because of the player pool, right?
I think that's pretty clever because you're able to match with anyone 24 hours. You're not just matching against the 4 other clans in the boat race, so you're not stuck in matchmaking if no one plays. You're not stuck for like 20 hours like you are in a 1,000-player 24-hour tournament.
Yes, I hate those. Those are broken, by the way. Supercell, if you're watching, while you're at it, fix the private tournaments, because you're right, OJ. If you have a 1,000-person 24-hour tournament, it's just unplayable and not only is it unplayable, but you'll get push notifications. Have you ever been in one, OJ? You'll get push notifications like somebody's looking for a match. Somebody's looking for a match. And you're like, dude. So
I'm searching.
Yes, that would be very nice to fix. All right, let's move on to the next one. What happens to my clan? Actually, what happens to my Clan War 1 stats? We'll skip this part because they'll stay the same. Your stats, your profile will stay the same, essentially. It's like a long way of giving that answer. So the next question is actually, if we move, will I need 32 max level cards to play Clan Wars 2, OJ? What do you think? Do you need 32 max cards? Let's hear Drew's answer first and react.
All right.
Biggest questions I saw was about the 32 unique cards in the 4 war decks that you will be playing with in Clan Wars 2. So no, you do not need 32 max level cards. You'll be able to play Clan Wars 2 and participate in the river race with whatever level cards you have. Obviously, having 32 max level cards will help you out in Clan Wars and it will help your clan to perform better. Therefore, I'm assuming that a lot of the higher level clans will have these kind of maxed out decks, whereas the lower level clans, you can play with whatever deck you have, which is totally cool.
All right, so OJ, I'll let you go first on that one, man. What do you think about the, you know, that? Do I need 32 max cards?
That sounds exactly like it was Clan Wars 1 matchmaking, where you don't have to have max cards, but if you're in Legendary League, you're gonna get destroyed. It sounds exactly like Clan Wars 1, but yeah, that's about it. Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, like I think it's straightforward. Again, you know, glass half full is that, okay, at least you're going against people in your own league. So, over time, I'm sure in the beginning, this is kind of a warning to everybody out there. In the beginning, I'm sure it's going to be mismatches galore, and we're going to get screenshots every day on Twitter, and all our comments, OJ, are going to be like, I faced off a max level 13, I'm level 5, or whatever, because it's going to take time for that separation to occur. But then glass half empty, OJ, is that, well, it's kind of like, yeah, you don't need 32 max level cards, but you do need 32 max level cards if you want to compete at the highest level, right? Or am I wrong there?
Yeah, in Legendary League, at least, when you get into... Because my clan's got, 40,000 trophies. If you don't have max cards, you're not going to do well.
Yeah, because that's the problem, right? It's kind of like saying... You could make the same argument on ladder, right? It's like, yeah, you don't need max level cards on ladder. Of course you don't. But if you want to finish top 200, you need max level cards. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just not really... It's just, okay, let's face it, card levels matter. Like, let's just say it. Card levels matter. It is a little bit of a pay-to-win element to, or a lot of bit of a pay-to-win element to Clan Wars 2, in my opinion. And that's just the way it is. I think Clan Wars 2 still looks great in a lot of other areas, but I'm also not going to kind of, pussyfoot around it, OJ, right? I think that that card levels do matter, right?
Yeah, it's exactly like Clan Wars 1 matchmaking. I have nothing bad to say about it because I'm maxed out.
Okay, OJ. All right, let's move on to the next question. Using my card collection levels. Here we go.
About using your own card levels. So in Clan Wars 2, you'll be using your own card levels. And I guess part of the worry of that is that you'll get match made against people with higher card levels than you. The way that matchmaking works in Clan Wars 2 is that you'll be match made with other people in your league. So if you're in Bronze League, you'll be matched against other Bronze League players that are around the same level as you. The chances are that if you're in Bronze League with max level cards, you won't be there much longer because you'll be going up in your leagues because you'll be quite a high skilled player and you'll be earning more fame and more rewards that way. What will happen to my stats?
Interesting.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
It sounds exactly like Clan Wars 1, where you're in the same leagues, you're going to match in the same leagues, and then everyone's going to hit Legendary League. And then once you hit Legendary League, if you're not maxed out, you're not going to survive.
Yeah, I think this sounds pretty accurate. And again, just kind of what we already talked about, so I don't think we need to talk much more about it. But yeah, levels will matter. He talks a little bit more about this, so again, I don't want to keep repeating the same things, but I agree with you. So what happens to my old class and Clan War stats? Again, those will just stay on your profile, so we don't need to talk about that. Yep. Let's take it from what about clan leagues?
Could be a bit annoying when you just hit Legendary League at 3,000 trophies and then you were matched against a clan that had like 40,000 trophies that was also in Legendary League. So what we've done in Clan Wars is we've mixed up these leagues a bit. So you have like Bronze 1, Bronze 2, Bronze 3, Silver 1, Silver 2, Silver 3, etc, etc. And what that does is it makes the matchmaking pool a bit more balanced for the league that you are in. So during a river race, you can go up or down a league. And by going up a league, you will then face other clans that are in that same league as you are. You will never face a clan in a different league to yourself.
Okay, so I think that makes sense. I did notice that one thing, it said coming soon on those other leagues. Did you notice that too on the text? Yeah. So it looks like it might not be with the August 31st, I'm assuming, update. So, I mean, are you cool with the league system, how that's working? I mean, one thing he didn't answer, right, OJ, is what happens when we get to the Coliseum or the end? Like, what does that look like at the end of each season, you know?
Yeah. The Q&A is a little bit harder for me to visualize because there's not really any graphics, but it does answer a lot of the basic questions. I feel like, again, this goes back to the matchmaking system feels like it is Clan Wars 1, and the trophy transfer is kind of like Clan Wars 1.
I can already see the top comment on this video is going to be like, OJ, to every question, this feels like Clan Wars 1.
I don't have anything wrong with Clan Wars 1. It's all a perspective.
Yeah. I mean, well, I've had a couple of these reaction videos with Clash with Shane so far. And, so he was able to give me all his thoughts on like the whole clan river race and all those 1v1 battles and PvE and all that stuff as well. Before we go on to the next question, because we haven't had a chance to kind of touch base with you, OJ, what are your thoughts overall on kind of the whole the river race and just kind of the setup, the PvE stuff, the boats and the fixing the boat and all that stuff? Like, are you a fan of the whole update in general, kind of the UI behind this whole thing?
Actually like it a lot. It looks like it's a lot better than what Clan Wars 1 should have been. And this goes back to, I just really like everything that they add. I never have anything bad to say. I think it comes from a sense of gratitude where growing up, when I played NES games, when I played Super Nintendo, there weren't really any DLCs or updates. What you got was what you got. And I'm just grateful whenever we see these new updates that it's something new on a game that I love. So
Dude, I
I actually really
totally
like
hear
it.
that. I've used that
Yeah.
same example so many times myself. It's just like, man, because some people will be like, yo, I'm sure you get the same type of comments, right? As content creators, you get this from both sides. Some people will be like, why are you so negative? And other people will be like, yo, why are you sucking up to Supercell, you stupid, it was shill, you know?
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm like you. I'm old, man. And I grew up just like you playing, I started with Intellivision, then I went to Nintendo and, Super Nintendo N64. And that was like my heyday, forgive the awful pun. And now here we are, and I'm with you, man. Like, it doesn't take a lot to impress me. Just the fact that our games get updates, get new patches is amazing. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like everything in them. Like we talked about matchmaking. Like, I would much have preferred, OJ, just to kind of. I think there's one more question about matchmaking. So maybe we can talk about that. Yeah, actually, let's just talk about, if you can fast forward to 5 minutes and 53 seconds. They go, what about low level players? Let's listen to that portion of the Q&A, and then I'll kind of finish up that thought.
How can King Level 6 players help in a clan with high level players? One of the best places that a lower level player can help in a clan is in the PvE boat battles, where your clan can go and attack other boats that are on the river race. The damage persists. Any damage you've done to a boat defense will carry over to the next person that attacks that boat defense. So say you do 50% damage to a tower, the next person that attacks that tower will be at 50% damage. Any damage you do will help out your clan. Maybe if you've got level 6 players in your legendary league clan, river tasks aren't the best place for them to be helping out the clan. What they can do though is repair the boat once the boat has been damaged in the boatyard. Some clan leaders were asking how they will be able to.
I don't quite get that.
Me neither, right?
Why do you need a low level player to repair the boat? I don't quite understand that part.
So my thought process is that they don't go into anything to describe this, so we're left with more questions than answers, right? But it sounds like everybody can almost sacrifice their attacks to repair the boat instead.
Maybe, yeah.
And if that means it's like, okay, having a couple level 6 sacrificial lambs to use their instead to use them on repairing the boat actually would make sense. I actually think that's a great idea, and it gives people a way to add value to their clans, even despite their card levels. However, they don't get to play the game either. Like, it sounds like they'd be a better fit for a different clan if their only job was to, hey, you're not going to do any attacking, little Timmy. You're going to just be repairing our boat every week because your card levels suck, right?
Well, that's kind of interesting. It doesn't necessarily, if it does work that way, it doesn't necessarily need to be a level 6, because in my clan, it's super competitive. We've been clinging on to top 200 since day one, and it's ruthless to the point where we have some maxed out level 13 players that have anxiety attacking. So if they're the sacrificial lamb, they would be more than happy to do that. So I think if it does work that way, again, glass half full, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just feel like, honestly, again, like, that's cool. But for me, if I was in a clan and my only job was to repair the boat, I'd probably want to experience clan wars in a different clan, eventually. But maybe you're right. Maybe some people are just like, yeah, I'm happy to do it. Or they're busy that weekend. You can kind of alternate.
Some people like to be tanks. Some people like to be in the back line as support. Just,
the DPS.
Stealing the tank.
Yeah.
So,
and they talk about like how to avoid clan burnout. Essentially, their answer to that is that you don't have to play. You can still play for rewards and just do your best, and you'll still get rewards that are better than anywhere else in the game. So, I mean, that's another option too. Is like, not every clan is going to be a super serious clan war clan. Some of them will just, be able just doing it for the rewards, essentially, to just kind of have a good time outside ladder and wherever else they're playing 2v2. So, yeah, I mean, what do you think about the PvE element? Something that we haven't spoke. Well, actually, before we get to that, to finish up my other thought, I'm with you, man. I like any of this I like anything new to the game, right? And that's why I've been. It's been so long, bro, since we've gotten like something like this big. So part of me
we haven't even gotten star skins yet. Oh, where are they?
Yeah. And obviously there was COVID and stuff, but you see, I mean, you cover Brawl Stars too, and you see all these really interesting like updates that I'm sure they had ready. Different
Brawl Stars was massive.
It's massive.
That was great.
And I'd be lying, bro, if I said that I don't get a little jealous as a Clash Royale content creator, like,
I
ooh.
love them both, so I was like, hey, I gotta.
I know you cover them both, so you're good.
Yeah.
But like, playing Clash Royale, it's just like, man, I still love the game. At the end of the day, I love the game. I still cover the game every day, like you do. But it's just like, yeah, man, I've been wanting something to get excited about, and I hope this is it. But yeah, I mean, so matchmaking, my own final thought there, and I'm curious to hear what you think about this, OJ, because you have more of like an analytical mind than I do, certainly. Why can't they just make it like Clash of Clans? And I have never really received an answer from Supercell on this, but why can't they make it so, and I actually tweeted them a question like this when they had the Q&A, is why can't they make it so with matchmaking, sure, it's dependent on what league you're in. That's all cool. Keep everything the same as it is right now. But the first 30 seconds of matchmaking, you're more likely to match somebody with the same either average card level or king tower level. It's not going to be perfectly fair, but it's a step in a better direction as where they are right now. And then expand parameters. You don't want people waiting 20 minutes to find a match, but after 30 seconds, okay, maybe a little bit more, expansive on those parameters. And then eventually after 5 minutes, hey, you might be facing a level 13 at a level 9, but at least it gives you the shot of matching people who are closer to you. And that's how it is in matchmaking in Clash of Clans. If you're a Town Hall 8 and you're searching, at first it'll try to match you with an 8, and then after 5 minutes or whatever, you'll be matched with like a level 10 or 13, but at least it kind of prioritizes people around your level first. What do you think of that idea? Does that work for you, or does that not translate games?
Well, from a design perspective, if let's say you have a hardcore 70-year-old granny or grandpa, whatever, that loves the game, they're super hardcore about it, but they're just not good with it. But they've been playing for 4 years and they have maxed out cards, but they have the skill level of a 4K player. I feel like it wouldn't be fair to them to match with a hardcore level 13 player that mastered Hog 2.6 and is going to absolutely destroy them. I think from that matchmaking perspective, it's going to make it not fun. And that's possibly a design perspective. But on the other hand, in party mode, that exact matchmaking system is implemented. So if I have a level 5, no matter the trophy range, I'll on average match with someone that's around level 5. Sometimes it might be a level 8, but most of the time in party mode, you match with the exact card levels.
Okay. So, I like that, man. I like that perspective too of the granny, I mean, it's like,
sorry, it doesn't have to be a granny. It could,
I know,
I
get it.
10-year-old,
I'm like a grandpa practically.
Is really bad at games, but just really likes Clash Royale.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point because, I do feel you on that. It's some people who are max at 4,000 trophies or whatever, it doesn't mean that the game, just because they suck at the game because they're max and they can't pass 4,000 trophies, doesn't mean that they shouldn't play the game at all. But at the other end of the token, they also make other people feel very frustrated. Like, I'm so much better than that guy, but he spammed me with level 13 cards, So I can see both sides of that as well. I don't know what the answer is. I just think that
I see a lot of level 10 players beating level 13 players at the 4K range, though. So there's that going for that.
There is. It's true.
Going back to your Clash of Clans example, it's kind of like PvE. So that element didn't have to be in there. In the sense that you're going to match a Town Hall 5 with a Town Hall 5. The other player isn't defending at the same level. It's just a static base. But here we're talking about PvP where you're with another player. So
yeah,
they have to take everyone into consideration for that. It's hard. I'm glad I'm not in the design perspective.
no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's finish up with any new progression, which is at 442.
Next question that I saw, which was progression. I just want to say the best place to level up your cards in Clash Royale is now in Clan Wars. If you want to progress, if you want to level up your cards, you should be playing Clan Wars. You can join clans like straight away after the tutorial. We have lowered the entrance for Wars to King level 6. It used to be King level 8. Here's a quick look at some of the reward changes, just in a really simple format. And if you want to know more, after Clan Wars 2 has been released, I will put some information in game about the rewards. Or maybe even before it's released, who knows?
Well, you saw that first place in any league get to a guaranteed legendary card. Granted, the leagues is 1 month, so it's just 1 month for legendary, which, is good, but it's not amazing. They also talk about, too, I'm not sure where we missed it, but they also talk about they're removing quests from the game, OJ. Did you hear about that? Yeah, I'm trying to.
I thought achievements were kind of dull, and they tried to fix achievements back in the day. If you what was the achievements? You deal 10,000 damage, you get 100 gems or something like that. It was so far back. This is 2017.
Yeah, I forgot what it was too, but
But
yes,
they tried to fix achievements with quests, and quests were better than achievements. But then quests aren't the perfect solutions, and it turns out that nobody really cares about it. It just happens if
yeah.
it happens.
I think that like the rewards and stuff were good. You know, that's all cool. It's clearly going to be like I trust them at their word. It's the best place to level up your cards in terms of rewards. But and there's going to be a new video tab. That's exciting for content creators, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
But I think he says it actually in this portion though, which we don't have to listen to. But essentially, they're removing quests, but the rewards are still. Actually, let's listen to it. I want to make sure I get this right.
We have a bunch of new changes. I'll try and list them out very quick for you guys. So we are increasing rewards. We are changing the shop. We are removing quests and the 3 daily gifts. These will be put into 1 daily gift that is better than those combined. We now have a new videos tab in the inbox, which you should go to and check out all your favorite creators' videos that they can upload directly to the game, which is really cool. Discover some new creators. And we have like a bunch of little things like that you will notice. So make sure you read the long patch notes when I have sat down and written them all.
Okay, we can pause there. So yeah, so it sounds like they're giving you 1 free quest a day, or not quest, they're 1 free reward that's better than all 3 of the free things in quests combined. That's good news at least. But then the quests are being removed, and like you said, they already removed achievements. Now they removed quests. Yeah, it sounds like they just didn't like them, or people weren't using them enough. I don't know.
Probably the data suggested that nobody really completed them.
Did you do them?
The people that did complete them probably farmed them. So they would probably use all tanks in party mode, and it would just completely mess with their partners.
That is totally true. I never really was a big fan of quests personally, but then again, I'm close to max as well. I know a lot of people actually, I thought a lot of people, based on the comments and based on Reddit, a lot of people loved quests, man. I was surprised. Like the #1 criticism is not the card levels that I saw, at least. Was not necessarily the card levels or anything like that. It was actually people upset about them removing quests. I think it's hard to be too critical about it until we see what exactly is replacing them. And we haven't, to be fair, we haven't seen much here. You know, we know there's going to be,
Yeah, I used to play the quests a lot. It would be deal 10,000 damage with skeletons, and then I started abusing that just so I could get the quests over with, and I'd play Skarmy and all these wacky decks with it.
Yeah.
And then party mode came out, and then now sometimes you have partners with Mega Knight, with Royal Giant, the 7 elixir deck, just because they're trying to get this 1 quest over with. And I feel like the quests can be fun, but it can also mess up your partner's matchmaking if you're just trying to have a fair, fun 2v2.
That's an absolute good
that's
point.
why they removed it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very, very fair point. However, you know, the devil's advocate side of me would say, you know, like some people love quests clearly, so why not just keep both, right? Like, why not just keep quests? I don't know. But I guess time will tell once we actually see the rewards and see what this Clan Wars 2 looks like. We know that the last Clan Wars will be coming next week, and they'll be starting like the new Clan Wars system going in. I expect the update to literally be on the last day of the month. What about you, OJ?
I thought it was gonna be after the what was the tweet? He said the last Clan Wars will be on the 25th.
25th, yeah.
So it'll end on the 27th. The challenge ends on, or the did he say the season starts or the season ends on the 28th as well?
Yeah, I forgot. You can pull it up. But yeah, I guess, you know, in closing here, I think it's probably coming on the last day of the month, because that was my prediction at the very beginning of the month, or when we first got the teaser in last month in July. But, you know, at the end of the day, whether we get it the end of the month, or I wouldn't even be shocked if it was delayed until September at this point. Throwing that out there, you know. However, I am pretty confident it will be August, but, you know, I don't look forward to it until it's actually live in game. Then that's the day I you know, get hyped up about it. So at the end of the day, man, I'm excited. I need a clan, dude. I need a clan to play Clan Wars 2. I've been like on my own lone wolf style, just recording videos and stuff for the last couple years. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there yet. Any ideas, OJ?
You can join one of mine if you want. It's pretty chill.
Orange Stem, is that one of yours?
Orange juice, orange stem, orange pulp.
Okay.
Orange anything. We're all
Orange
part
anything.
of it.
You got all
Yeah.
the trademark down.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
do.
man. Well, hey, listen, thanks for coming on, sharing your thoughts. Any final thoughts on Clan Wars 2, the update, Clash Royale in general, anything like that?
I'm excited for it and I love it. And I think new content is always amazing, but I don't think this is the content that is going to be like the wow. I think what would be a wow factor is going to have to be really risky. They're going to have I don't know, level 15, level 20 cards. I don't maybe level 14 cards. They could use heroes. There should be like grand challenge. I farmed 250,000 cards in grand challenges. Now, if you hit grand challenge, if you hit 9 wins, there's like a few minutes of matchmaking because you're going to be matching with
And
the
then you get a
CRL
pro.
pro, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm good. I'm not here to play a CRL pro. I just wanted to hit 12 wins, and I'm never going to hit that. I think because no one's in the pool, they need to give people free grand challenge tokens in the shop, in Clan Wars, and whatever. I think there are many areas of opportunity, and there's a lot of potential for this game to grow. So I'm excited for the future. And on a positive note, I'm excited for Clan Wars too.
I like that, man. He started positive, got some criticism, and then ended positive. Got the bookmarks in there, dude. Honestly, I'm in the same boat, man. And just to be totally blunt about it, I think that my viewers know. I think that probably everyone in the community kind of feels it. That listen, we both do this for a living. We want this to be successful more than anybody, right? I want a YouTube channel covering Clash Royale. Views are not the same as they were, but I still enjoyed the game just the same.
Absolutely.
I've always been like a 20-minute a day player. I've never been someone who just sits there for hours and hours and hours and has competitive endeavors and wants to be a pro player. So I feel you and I hear you when you say take chances and do things for everybody. Obviously Clan Wars 2 is for everybody, and to be fair, it looks good. But I'm with you, man. Grand Challenge, victory challenges are broken right now. Can be fixed. It doesn't seem like it's rocket science to fix them,
I spent $100 to basically max out my account when I farmed 250,000 cards.
Yeah.
That needs to come back.
Exactly. And listen, we don't have all the back end data, but you can see Google Trends. We're losing players. The interest is lower than it was a year ago in Clash Royale and 2 years ago in Clash Royale. And I'm not saying the game's dying. I think the game's mark my words, it's going to be here in 5 years. I would put anything on that. The question is, what will it look like? And what will the community look like in 5 years, right? Because we went through a similar thing in Clash of Clans. But I feel like, again, I was really impressed in the beginning. And granted, in the beginning of any game's lifespan, you're going to have a lot more in terms of updates, content, because they're going to have a lot of stuff ready to go, right? And being worked on a long time before the game was even released. But man, it does feel like not just the cadence of updates, but the quality of updates has gone down since the OG, days of beta and beyond, the first couple years of Clash Royale. And again, that is natural. But
That's
you're
hard
right.
to say. That's hard because in the first update, they released 6 new cards with new rarities: Ice Wizard, Princess, Fire Spirits, all these crazy things. But back then there was less than 40 cards. Now there's over 100, and they're worried about destroying the meta.
I hear you.
I feel you. I don't know what you mean by it used to feel amazing. They released 6 cards that completely shook everything up. That'd be a lot harder to do in this day.
You think it'd be harder, but it's almost like, would it really be like? And I'm not saying 6 cards release is the answer at all, OJ. I'm just saying that we just stopped doing it, so how do we know if we don't try? Even heroes, I would never been one of those guys banging the heroes bandwagon, drum, but I know these things they take time to develop. I know that you just don't throw them in the game, but I know they were in client code at one point, right? They were testing them quite a bit, going back a year or two ago. So why not try them out for a weekend or something, and see what people think, and then maybe you add them to the game. But I feel personally they're just not taking any chances, Everything feels very safe to me, OJ, about what the team is doing right now inside the game. Not to say that safe can't be good too, and I hope it pays off with Clan Wars 2. Obviously, I have a lot of vested interest, right? But I'm with you. There's a lot of things they could try to fix these things. Like you said, I would love to see some grand challenge tickets and tokens and whatever, because at the end of the day, whatever monetization sacrifice there is for these sort of things, right? If they added free tickets or tokens for grand challenges, like you mentioned, there might be a monetary factor as well. But in the long run, if more people play more often and longer in the game, and they're more likely to enter into more grand challenges because they're getting some freeze. Like, I think that it could actually lead to more revenue in the back end.
Well, the biggest thing was players were playing the same deck, and if you play the same deck, you try to max it out, then you burn out from that same deck. So they introduced a ton of gold. I remember it took a lot longer in 2016 to earn 100,000 gold. Now you could get it in the blink of an eye from one challenge, and it's very subtle, but they've injected so much gold into the economy at this point that progression is faster.
Way faster. So, you're right. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, back in the day, it was like $13,000 to max an account.
In my day.
Yeah, right? And now it's probably like half that, or maybe less. I don't know. But like, I haven't maxed an account in a while. But like, they've definitely made a lot of strides in that area. But there's still, just like you said, private tournaments, challenges. Like, a lot of the ways that we play this game, even
deck slots. I would be so happy with deck slots. I've been asking that since 2017.
Right? Like, exactly. But like, you know, I know it takes a lot of time and development and resources, and they have a small team and all this stuff. But you know what? Like, it'd be really cool if also alongside these big features that, you know, love them or hate them, they're going to be coming, and it's exciting when we have them regardless. Because it brings something new and fresh to the game, as you said. But it'd be really cool if along the way, you know, they were working on the private tournaments, or like some of these little things, you know, here and there, just, you know, more deck slots, you know? Yeah. But hey, man, we've been rambling now quite a while. I hope that my viewers enjoyed this kind of little sidebar at the end of this video. OJ, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it. All right, guys, you should... Anytime. Okay, sounds good, man. You guys should all know, obviously, Orange Juice. Check out Orange Juice's YouTube channel, OJ's Twitter, Instagram, anything else I can find. Use code OJ. Is it just code OJ?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay. Use code OJ, and that's gonna, yeah, and that's gonna do it. Thanks, bro. That's gonna do it for the video. Shouts out to Stutts, Royale, to Geyser, and to Bren Chong, my YouTube partners. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.